Hey, so I will be reviewing the last lecture held by Dr. Peter Yunker, and he covered three major topics. So the first one is the coffee ring effect. And so the coffee ring effect can be shown by any solution that contains a suspension of colloidal particles. So what basically happens is when the solution that has colloidal particles is dropped onto the surface, um, the particles want to move to the edge of the drop, and this happens due to surface tension. So the fluid that drops when it drops on the surface, it wants to minimize the surface area, so it gets pushed towards the edges to form like a sphere. So when that happens, it carries with it the colloidal particles. So when the fluid dries up, it leaves a ring behind. So this happens to any solution that has colloidal particles. Now this has a lot of unwanted effects that is seen in the printing industry. So what people have come up with as a solution to that is using ellipsoid particles instead of spherical colloids. So for some reason this minimizes or almost mitigates the coffee ring effect and allows a uniform distribution of the ink. So the next effect is the Cheerios effect. So basically when we put our Cheerios in the milk, they clump together and they form one big floating piece instead of floating individually. So this happens so that the total potential energy of the system minimizes, and by minimizing your potential energy, you increase stability. So this can be seen in nature, where water spiders use also try to decrease surface area while walking on water, and platelets, when they clump together to form a blood clot. That is an example of the Cheers effect. Next topic that I will be covering is why do eggs harden with the heat? So eggs are basically a protein suspension. They contain over 10% proteins. So a protein contains a hydrophobic side and a hydrophobic region and hydrophilic region. So, and a protein has multiple folds. So when a protein is heated, this folded structure gets denatured. So it unfolds and reveals its hydrophilic and hydrophobic regions. And these regions can be compared to a Velcro, which is made up of hooks and loops, and the hooks and loops could be the hydrophobic and hydrophilic regions. So when the protein gets denatured, they fold up, and the fold-up nature is lost. And they form an elastic gel of proteins. So this example in nature is when sperm cells are maintained at a lower temperature than body temperature, because if they are kept at a higher temperature, they may be denatured.